ReelShort fans, it's Rebecca Stoughton, and today on ReelTalk, things are about to get explosive. I'm reuniting with the flirts, the heartbreakers, and yes, the saboteurs of love bombing. We are reliving the drama and finding out what really happened behind the scenes. Love, lies, and maybe a few receipts. Let's find out. My gosh, you guys, it is so crazy seeing you all in the same room again.
You look gorgeous.
As always.
It's good to be back with everybody. I miss your guys' face.
I know, right? Oh my god.
I felt like we spent like so much time together for like such like a so many consecutive days.
camp,
It was like literally so weird that like not seeing you guys for 10 hours a day for a week straight anymore.
Yeah.
It was like
The day after was weird. I was like, whoa, hold on a second.
It was like a boot camp for you guys, yeah?
Yeah.
A little?
A whole lot of trauma. A whole lot of trauma.
Trauma bonded.
Just in general. Yeah.
All right, you guys, let's go into day one, the swiping. Tell me, I'm gonna go down the line here. Tell me how you guys must have been feeling at the beginning, before you met each other, before you knew each other, going through that process. I can't even imagine the emotions. So Patches, I'm gonna start with you.
I'm looking for someone who has drive. I don't like people who are floating and have like no direction. I'm just that kind of person. There's no one that I really feel like a spark with immediately. I like somebody who's motivated, knows what they're doing, knows what they want to do, knows what they want their future to look like.
pressure. No, I honestly like the swipe game. It was kind of strange because I feel like a lot of people were like just stepping back because they didn't want to get rejected on camera. Like that's how I honestly felt about the swipe game. It's just like everyone, even if they wanted to say yes, if they saw the person kind of leaning backwards, they'd be like, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
My perspective also on the swipe game is I didn't really see anybody that I was like super like, oh my God, like I want to talk to them. Like, you know, so for me, that's like, I was like stepping back most of the time. Yeah. That was pretty much my experience with it, I feel.
How many times did you go up?
I think I went up like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Like 4 or 5 times. At one point I went up with Jude.
We did, yeah.
Sorry, Jude. I stepped back. That's my bad.
Well, I did too.
You're a
so
great friend. You're a great
hey,
friend.
hey, hey.
It's good.
Right.
Patches, let me ask you then. You stepped back quite a bit. There was nobody you said you were interested in.
Yeah, nobody really caught my eye. Like, yeah, because it was all physical. Like, at this point, we hadn't really talked to one another. Like, we didn't get to meet everybody. Like, it was literally just purely based off of, like, looks and vibes is what we had to, like, judge it off of. And
You had more of a design, right? I think.
yes, I had, like, definitely, like, more of a look going on just because, like, I think our call time that day was, I think, like 8 or 9 a.m. And the call time, no, I think it was 9 a.m. And the call time the rest of the week was like 7 a.m. And so I got to wake up at 6. So I had like, you know, not that much sleep, but like more compared to the rest of the week. So I had more time to really like get it together, like, you know, and also that corset I was wearing the first day, it was so hot. It was like 84 degrees outside, I think, in Tarzana. Like it was so hot. Like I remember like after I did like my confessional, I remember just like ripping it off before I even walked over to like my car to leave for the day because it was just like sweat.
I think you looked absolutely stunning though, honestly. It was a fire outfit for the first day.
And nothing melted. It
looked great the whole day.
I had no idea how that happened. I was looking at you throughout the day and I was like, I'm melting.
Yeah.
You, from day one, you were analyzing them physically to see if they could handle you behind the eyes.
I was like
Basically, it's-
very much like I just, you know, someone who matched my freak.
Yeah, just open my
Freak.
I love
and, like,
it.
there is really no freak to be matched.
There was also rain. He was shirtless during half the time.
The shirtless guy with the boobs. It's a no.
Already? Damn, wait for the countdown, girl. He told me to come dressed in comfort, so I came as is.
Rain?
Yeah, I don't know why he decided to have his shirt off the whole time.
That was
but
a red
it was
flag
vibe.
for me
It
already
was
off the bat.
No,
red
the
flag.
red flag for me wasn't the shirt off. It was the bouncing. But the excessive bouncing.
I think he does it like involuntarily. I'm not
They
kidding.
have minds of their
I'm not kidding. Like when he gets like excited, I think like they just move.
Like, I'm sorry, but if you want a good drinking game, just take a shot every single time he moves his pecs, and you will probably take like 200 shots.
Yeah, don't do that. You'll
episode.
end up in the hospital.
Robin, let me ask you, since you said that was a red flag for you, having the shirt off.
Yeah.
But Biagio was not a red flag for you.
You ready? I was born ready. I would love someone with a deep understanding. I'd like to have someone with similarities. If we can both have the same like values or path, like if we both are creatives, that'd be great. Hello. Hi. What's your name?
Robin. What's your name?
Biagio.
Say again.
Biagio.
No, well, when we first got there, like, you know, like whatever call time early in the morning, they had us sitting there for a long time. Something that I remembered that it was really kind of split. Like there was like a fountain in the middle, if you remember. And like there's like the people on this side and there was the people on that side. And then I didn't really see anybody of the people on that side. And it was kind of like split like guys and girls. So I was over here with, you know, the ladies and like, you know, like chit-chatting and talking. So I didn't really get to see a whole lot of them. But just like from like the casual like glances across, I didn't see really anybody who like caught my eye. Like as you said, like it was all kind of like one, you know,
Like one
brand
niche of guy.
and like that's fine. It's just kind of like, you know,
It's like our brand.
yeah. This is like fine, whatever. And then I remember like sitting there, and then like somebody walked in late, and he like walked by me, and I kind of clocked him, and I was like, okay, so they got one guy that's different from all the rest that like could like, you know, possibly like look nice, no offense, but like could be like really nice. And you know, I learned later on that was Biagio, who like walked in, and he was like wearing like a sweater and like he like his like jewelry that was like really cool.
Yeah, it was very unique.
Yeah, rather than just like, you know, the, you know, too tight t-shirt and jeans, you know, the other guys were wearing. I'm sorry.
I felt that was directed directly at me.
Jude's like, I did everything right.
I was in the scope right there, yeah. I mean, all right.
I was supposed to say, yeah, black t-shirt, the tank pants, like, yeah. Totally whack, am I right, ladies?
Noted. So for the guys out there, the girls want something different. We don't want a black t-shirt.
We want unique.
Not all of
We
us
want
minds.
personality.
Not all of us mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Emily, let's talk. Let's talk about you during this moment.
Yeah, well, in the beginning, it's funny because I walked in, I had the same sort of like, oh, everybody here is hot, LA, actor model type vibe.
Sure.
I don't mind that vibe. Okay, I'm cool with that vibe. So I walked in and I was like, okay, cool, everyone's hot, great. But I do understand what you're saying about like, you know, wanting a little something different. Yeah. But yeah, I was cool. And this is the part that like I felt so bad about, but I came late. Whoops. And the girls were already all sitting at that one side, and the boys were actually kind of all scattered around. So the other side that ended up being the boys' side was more empty. So I sat over there, and then eventually became the guys' side, and I'm just like the one girl talking to all the guys. And I was just like, damn, like I look like such a pick-me right now. But I promise that was not on purpose. But yeah, so because of that, I got to talk to a few people before the matching, which was nice, but still not enough time to be like, oh yeah, I want to step forward for you. And you can only step forward for one person.
So do you think people were stepping back because they wanted to see all their options? Yes. Or
I think
That's a great question. That's a
like,
fantastic question. Yeah.
Thank you, Jude.
Of course, yeah.
I'd love to hear what you think about it.
I just think that overall it was I think everyone's ego got in the way.
Interesting.
Everyone's ego got in the way, where it was like, you know, including I'm not separating myself from this. It was like I don't. Yeah, it's when you get in front of the lights and the cameras, you just don't want to be the one that says yes.
Get rejected.
You know, but like ultimate power to you if you're able to do that.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like it's human nature, and I feel like that's kind of what we all fell under. There was a long time where there were no matches for the longest
Everyone was like
time.
really scared. Like that's what like exactly like it was ego and like everyone just being scared to like be the one rejected in front of the camera because you're afraid that clip is gonna make you.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any regrets with how yours turned out? Do you regret matching? Are you guys happy?
No, I mean I feel like I got pretty lucky. That was like the thing that I wasn't going into it like expecting to match with anybody because like, you know, I looked around me and I was like, oh, whatever. But I remember like as like we're like waiting in line, I remember that, you know, the girls were going up
pretty quickly. And then like I was like we're asking around on our side, saying like how many times have you gone? Like 3-4 times. How many times have you gone? 3-4 times. And I'm like looking over on the other side, and I go, there's some guys that I don't think I've seen step up to the plate, and some guys who I've seen like multiple times. So I think that's another thing that the girls were waiting on, is like for a full cycle of the guys to go, because like the same 4 guys kept on going up, trying to shoot their shot, which kudos to them, but they're taking up some time. But yeah, and then I think like it was Biagio's like second time up, and then like we hadn't like stepped in front of each other. Yeah, and then like everyone, all the girls were like oh, like we've already like seen it. They were kind of like getting a little bored of this, and I was like, I might as well. Like if the worst thing that happens, he steps back and I could walk into the flaming fireplace right behind us. So that'd be cool. He came up, and then, I stepped forward, and he was like, hi, I'm Biagio. And I go, you're talking to me. Hi. Yeah. Hi. Yeah. I didn't know we could. I'm like looking at like, can we do that? Can we speak? And so like, we're like chatting a little bit, and then I couldn't wipe a smile off my face, and he was, smiling a lot too. And then, they're like, okay, quiet down. And then they like said 3, and then we both stepped forward, and I was like, thank God. Yeah. Because then I like, how silly would it have been for me to like read it wrong, just for him to play me, Then I step forward, and he's like, haha. But
For the first match too, right?
No.
We were.
No.
Me and Olivia were, yeah. Olivia walks up to me, and she's a very like go-getter mindset. She walks up to me, she goes, we're matching, and we're gonna win this whole thing. She like holds out her hand like this. I was like, okay. I was a little more shy to do it. But no, for sure, yeah.
Because you guys were talking before, right? Part of that group.
Yeah. We were sitting next to each other the entire time, talking about whatever and stuff like that. Yeah. So me and Olivia ended up matching. Yeah, very first. But I was like, I don't even know. Like, I honestly had no plan going into it.
Wow.
I probably should have, maybe a little bit, right? But we did end up actually, going up, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
I love it.
Because how bad would I look if I shook her hand saying we're gonna match, and then I said, But no, but she's very beautiful too.
I was gonna say she's hot.
Yeah, right, yeah.
But you matched with
no
her.
Problem at all.
Mainly, you guys matched together to win, not because you felt an actual connection.
That was her thing, and I was like, I'm on board.
And Robin, yours wasn't about money at all.
No, I mean, there was like that hint of it, and then like after we matched, like we went off, and like we started getting to know each other, and I was waiting for the kind of the drop of the facade where he's like okay, I'm just in it for like, I know like we were playing, like I'm just in it for the content, and I'd be like, sure, totally fine. But no, we were like actually like talking, like really getting to know each other. It really felt like kismet, just like us like talking, and then like we like chit chatted like that whole time.
Robin, I just really have to ask, how is it going? Because like you guys stayed together till the end, and I want to know how that's going.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
I believe the term that the Gen Zs are calling it now, I've been ghosted.
Oh.
Yeah. We well, if I could go into it now, unless this is like, later on.
No, please.
On the 4th day, 3rd date, when I'm in the pink dress, after shooting that, because like the couples were only there for the filming of like our date, and then we got to go home. Like we stole some lunch.
What was
and then
that like?
We got to go. I know you guys had to stay the whole day. That's why I'm like, I'm really like, I just know what I did. That's why I want to see what you guys did, because I didn't see your guys' dates. I didn't see what you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
Any of that, and they were being really like don't go in there, like be way away from that room, because they're saying stuff. Like I almost never got to see you guys except when we were on lunch. But and even then, like Biagio and I really just like isolated ourselves. We were just over there yapping. But yeah, on the 3rd date, 4th day, we were clocking out, and we were like grabbing some lunch before we head out, and then he's carrying my bag to my car, very nice, very gentlemanly, and he was like, oh, I have to like do these self tapes, and I need to like film that. And then this is the first time you're hearing this. So I'm just gonna like be more vague about it. But so he's like, oh, I have to do these like self tapes at home, and I'm like, okay, cool. I have like my hours-long drive back to my house, so like I guess we'll like chit chat later. But as we're driving, like he's driving in front of me, and then like I'm like behind him, and then he like I see him roll down his window, and he does like this to like because he sees me behind him, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so cute, hi. Yeah. And then we're on the freeway, and he's like doing this, and he calls me on my phone, and then like, we're driving, and I go, Bianca, this is very dangerous. What do you need? And he said that like, his friend who was going to help him cancel, who's going to help him with his self tapes canceled. Do you think you can be like my reader for like my self tapes? I'm going to come over to my house. And I was like, sure, absolutely. I'm an actor. You're an actor.
There was no friend, by the way.
It's like,
I do think I do.
You went like this out the window.
Yeah.
You know that's the setup right
Yeah.
there. He's just
No, but
setting himself up.
yeah, but so I went over to his house, like we did the 2 self tapes, and then like we like ate the lunch that like, we had smuggled out of there. But then we spent the whole rest of the day just like talking in like, like how like hours will go by when you're talking to somebody, and like there's never like a lull in the conversation. I met his roommates, and like we're just like, talking. Such a boy apartment, which is like, but we just like got into talking, and we just I called it a night, and I was like, it's like 10:30. We need to go back for filming again. And I need to like, look presentable. So I called a night. He walked me to my car. He gave me another peck on the cheek. No, that was on the lips. The other car before. We kissed on and off the show, which is, why
I'm proud to say I caused the first one.
You did. And oh my gosh, that day, like I drove home, and like I ran to my roommates, and I was like, I kissed a boy today. It was crazy because I was not expecting it. Then like it's like getting up to the time, like I'm like with my friends, like my lead-in was like, oh, I met your roommates, I'm going out with my roommates, you can meet my roommates now, that kind of thing. But he like canceled last minute, and then I had to like go to my friends, like my roommates, and be like, oh, the guy that I told you about, like he's not coming. And I had to get these looks, Robin, I'm sorry. And I'm like, oh, that's worse. That feels worse than just having him canceled. That feels worse. And then like the next like 2 days go by, and then like I offer again, like hey, like I'm ending like my work day in LA. I know you might be in the area. Do you want to grab some lunch? He came up with excuse, more self tapes that he had to do. And then I was like, heard. And then we haven't spoken since. And I never really got closure on that. But, and I think I said this in the confessionals, where like, if nothing comes from this, I'm just happy to have had a crazy fun week. And it was really, really fun to connect with someone, to have that spark, because I hadn't had that in a long time.
Yeah.
And it felt nice. Like, I know we shouldn't get like validation from like men and such, but it felt nice to feel, that somebody thought I was cute and funny and happy to talk to me. And it was like really nice. And then now, go be free, butterfly, go live your life. Yeah. I only wish the best things for you. And I'm going to be over here, living mine.
Yeah. Such a positive attitude, Robin. You honestly, what a great outlook on
Thank
things.
you.
Because it could go either way. Yeah. But if you guys don't mind, on that note, since it doesn't sound like the experience was miserable, let's relive some of it. What do you guys think?
I'd love that.
I'm so excited.
Love that.
40 singles.
Oh my God.
1 goal.
Oh, Chris. Oh, there he is.
Stop.
To find out who our lovely
Okay, guys.
There's Marco.
they'll come to the front to meet the person across from them. If you like what you see, take a step forward.
These stars save lives. Oh!
There's one guy.
Sums it
The
up.
step back on Tiger Lily is crazy.
My friend is coupled up with him.
Who?
Jude.
There I am. Wait.
There's another guy too, a guy with glasses. I think he's cute.
Really?
Was that?
That was you. Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Wow. I didn't know. I had absolutely no clue because he was a part of the table we were talking to.
You wish you would have
and stuff
matched
like
a Tiger Lily instead now?
that. Oh, I'm not going to say instead, but like.
I'm trying to stir the pot a little. Oh my God. I'm so out of place. I look like a...
Look at that fire outfit, though.
No, in the sun,
So
how
beautiful.
hot it was that day. Yeah.
Kind of person.
The look, love the look.
that look does eat though. I do. That's one of my favorite outfits.
It eats.
You know, there's a lot of good things. There's a lot of good qualities about them. I think I would just shun those.
I love Jude. Such a cutie.
There it is. Oh, that's so awkward. Yeah.
Hug, what are you
I
guys
didn't know this was a
doing?
hug.
See, foreshadowing. Foreshadowing.
Well, at least he didn't hump her.
What were you feeling in this moment here?
It was very awkward. Being awkward was the most, I didn't want to like force myself onto her.
Of course.
Kind of want to, but then they said hug and I was like, I'm open, you know, I'm ready.
Hug.
Yeah, right.
Very gentlemanlike.
And I like turned away really quickly to say like, don't get attached, don't get attached.
So cute.
Oh.
I think they're matching before they're matching.
That's so right. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, this is great.
We know what's gonna happen. We're still like,
I know.
Yeah, right.
Not the face grab. I was like, damn, is he gonna kiss her?
Yeah, right.
Also
yeah.
foreshadowing.
Oh, Robin, watching it back now, how are you feeling about this moment?
Oh my god.
Is it as magical?
I saw the smile on his smile is killer. I can't stand him. Yeah.
He outshone every other guy here.
Oh, have you seen her?
I have.
You should look.
First date before they even said yes. They were already.
Yeah, literally.
So fun.
Yeah, right.
So fun. All right, you guys, now seeing that, I want to know a little bit more about the saboteurs. So as you guys know, $2,000 was on the line. Were you guys excited to be saboteurs? Were you upset? What was going through your heads?
I personally was super excited about it just because like obviously the idea of like winning like prize money, because like at that point like we had figured like if you didn't match, like you weren't coming back any of the other days. So we just figured like we were gone. Like that's what's happening. So it was really exciting like that even though we didn't match with anybody, that we still had the opportunity to come back and be involved in the whole process. And then also like, obviously it's not fun having to ruin people's dates and like, you know, like basically crap on their, on their love life.
I don't know about that one.
For the camera, I promise. I am not that much of a bitch in real life. I promise. I am so sorry.
Same.
Like we want to preference that. It was all like
We hyped it up, okay?
we
We're
hyped
not
it
actually
up
that mean.
because we had to hype it up to win $2,000. That was what was on the line. It was just very exciting to know that we still had like a role in the show and it wasn't like over for us essentially.
Totally.
Yeah. I mean, like I said earlier, I did have a connection with somebody, but we got brought back as singles anyway.
Yeah.
So honestly, it was fun. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know, if it was a good thing or a bad thing. But I actually ended up now looking back, I'm happy that I got brought back as a saboteur because we got to spend so much more time together.
Totally.
Because as a couple, you only got to go on the one date, and whatnot. But we spent literally the entire day just kiki.
And also just like, cause we watched every single date, like on like, like day 2 when like the first dates were happening, we watched everybody's, like all the dates. And so it was just like watching like a live reality show with no cuts.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what it was. And like, and in the room where we were watching them too, there wasn't like, sometimes there like wasn't enough headsets for everybody. So you would just see people like cranking the volume all the way up and putting them next to each other's ears because some of the dates like were just so entertaining that you didn't want to miss a second. Like, especially Rain and Megan. Oh my God.
Tell me.
Those dates had us whiplash.
I was in them.
Excuse me. You can leave.
I knew that if there was one couple that I could break up, it was going to be Rain and Megan, and only because I had the most in common with Rain. So the fact that I could really rein in on that, and really talk about, just what our culture and our ethnicity, and I knew that was going to be how I was going to win.
The first date, I thought that I was going to be successful in breaking them up because
you
Rain
brought him in the room.
I know. I took him away, and then he was watching the date from our room and was like, I need to go back and get her. And I was like, what? Why? She's in the other room with another man.
Yeah.
Like, anyway.
I remember specifically, like the first date we were watching, at one point I was like watching the screen with the headset and I didn't even realize they were right behind me in the room arguing because I was just so entranced and like entertained that I was just like so captivated. And then it finally clicked for me that they were in the same room as me, and I was like, oh. And I took up the headset and I turned it on because I was just like, they were just so captivating every single time.
When you were saboteuring, was there any part of you that wanted to break Rain up for the sake of getting Rain, or was it solely for the $2,000?
It was for the money. But I will say though that a lot of the things that I said were true. Like Rain and I we are the same ethnicity. The fact that he has a Laddie Stone tattooed on him, that's like a cultural thing from where I'm from. And he's visited the island next to where I'm from, just the fact that he's been there, because I think he's in the military, so there's a Navy base in Guam, so it makes sense. A lot of those things really did mean a lot to me. So like when I was talking about home and all of that stuff, that was all real. But in terms of like, it was more like on a friendship vibe. But I wanted the money, so.
You heard it here.
At the end of the day, yeah.
And Patches, I think you used the strategy of being girl.
I was like, yeah, I think like because for me, like obviously watching like everybody go into these dates. So before we would like go into the dates to sabotage, like we would get pulled aside and we would be like given like a thing like to go and do. Like, right? They gave us like a card like try doing something like this, right? And so I had like just seen everybody like going in and like sabotaging, and everyone was kind of using like that same strategy of like trying to flirt with the guy or trying to flirt with the girl. And I was like, that's obviously not working. Let me just try like getting in their heads. Like, let me just try getting in their heads. And then I think it was Rob who brought it up. He brought it, like he was the one who brought up the first time, like reading palms.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, like I got the goth attire, like I got the witchy vibe.
Okay, I'm gonna like take a look over here. Like your personality line. Okay. I'm seeing, okay, so there's like this one major line, right? And there's like a lot like kind of like branching out.
Yeah.
That's showing me like you're not very truthful.
He's a liar.
Like, I cannot read palms. I'm so sorry.
Total improv.
I knew it.
It was all fake. I'm so sorry. The astrology part though.
Nothing but negativity. That's all it was.
No, but get this, because the astrology part, I do know a little bit about astrology. And so it's so funny because when I went into you and your Biagio's date specifically and was like, oh, like that sign's supposed to be a really good kiss. So like, do you want to test it out?
I remember very well.
It's a known fact that Pisces are good kissers. I think you should test out with her. I think she should be the judge of that.
Yes. Okay.
She could be
I
the
can
judge
see
of
that.
that. Okay. I feel like I need to excuse myself. Enjoy.
I know. I looked that up afterwards on Google, and his sign really was the top kissing sign. Like that was not a lie, and that wasn't even intentional.
What
Like
was his sign?
Pisces. He's a Pisces.
and so but yeah, no, like yeah, that's how that came about. Like I think Rob was the one who told me originally. It was like pretend a palm read, and then like that got taken into astrology and like witchy stuff. And so like I literally would just anything I could use to get in like to people's heads and like make them doubt. Like,
Was the kiss your idea or was that people?
it was Rob's idea first for like to palm read and be like, oh, maybe you can say something negative. But then after that, I kind of took it and was like, oh, now I'm an astrology reader too. Now I'm this, now I'm that. And like, and then I really was just like running with it like as much as possible. It was so funny because like when we would go into like sabotage, Rob would pull me over and he'd be like, go read their palms. Go read their palms. So funny. And I was like, okay. And I'd have to be like, oh yeah, the heart line, yeah, like you know, like, or I'd be like, oh, like the commitment line,
Yeah,
like,
there was-
low commitment issues. I don't know if you want to be with him. Like, oh my gosh.
She was like, this line doesn't complete. It's broken, which means that he has commitment issues. And I was just like,
You straight up called me a liar.
oh.
You called me a liar, and I was like,
To be fair, I'm pretty sure in that moment you had said something where it kind of backed it up what she was saying, and I was just like,
did I lie? Was that is that my bad?
I mean, you tell us.
I'm pretty
Do you remember
good
what
at.
it was about? Or I mean,
I don't remember exact things, but like not to toot my horn, I feel like I'm pretty good at improv, and so like
Okay.
whenever like Jude would like slip up a little and say something,
yeah.
I would just really take it and run with it. Like I was running with it. I ran it into the ground. Like I was like,
Yeah.
That's showing me like you're not very truthful.
He's a liar.
but it's kind of like the faults that I have as a human being bleeding into me trying to, you know, be my like 100% authentic self with a woman. I've learned to kind of cover those things up to be more successful. You did a great. Okay, I'll give you this. You did a great job at that because I felt so attacked.
So uncomfortable.
All 3 dates.
I'm so
As
sorry.
soon as it was going well, me and Olivia actually getting to know each other, right? Here comes Patchy. Yeah. Rob goes, do your thing.
Yeah,
And she comes in and it's just
And I'd be like,
trauma.
that's so funny. Yeah, Patches, I've heard you're an incredible improvisational actor. And you obviously were very successful. You won a ton of money on this, right? Yes.
But also, so did Emily.
Yes, both of you, honestly. So you definitely knew what you were doing. Speaking of reputations, let's talk about yours. So you said that you got attacked quite a bit.
I do, yeah. During the dates, I feel like I got a lot of the good things that were coming out of our dates were getting interrupted as soon as it was going well. You know, a little awkward at first, like Emily might agree with, right? A little awkward at first.
No, it's...
And as soon as it starts to take off, here's my defense. As soon as it starts to take off, someone like Paul or Patches would come in.
Or me, trying to give you a massage.
Or Emily, yeah, exactly, yeah. One time,
Got me down,
yeah,
fine.
Do you want me to give you a massage?
A massage? I mean...
Just a little taste test. Why not?
Yeah.
A little tester.
Right. What would your what are your intentions with the massage? I guess.
What do you mean? I want you to relax and have a good time.
Okay. Can I just sit right here?
Yeah, you can, of course.
Okay. Great. Yeah. I mean,
and I just have to sit here and watch?
No. I mean, we were kind of in the middle of a pretty connecting conversation, and I don't really want to ruin that.
He's backsliding.
Yeah. What was your intention about coming down?
No, you were talking about how you love quality time. You're talking about how you love physical touch. Those are my two main love language.
I know, but we were kind of both.
And I think that you're really cute, so I just wanted to come down and let you know that. I think you deserve somebody who wants to spend time with you and like actually, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on her barging in on our conversation? I mean.
Well, you can speak for yourself, but I think he's pretty much telling you to leave.
Yeah, I don't.
In the most polite way.
Yeah,
and I think I am gonna tell you to leave as well.
Uh-oh. I mean, that's fine if you want me to leave, but I was asking him.
I was so annoyed.
You said you were a masseuse. Are you a masseuse?
No, I'm not. And
I didn't say why I was gonna do it.
I didn't say that
I wanted a good massage.
I didn't say that I was a masseuse. I said I'm Asian, and Asians are good at massaging.
Okay.
It's true.
Well, I believed it.
But then you literally were like, I think I'm good. And then Olivia was like, yeah, get out here. And I was just like, okay, the walk up the stairs, you can see me walking in the background. And I was just like, and I went back in and I was like, I don't know what just happened, but I didn't like it. It did not feel good. I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm sorry. To be honest, that I didn't.
No massage for you.
I was just confused. Once again, things were going well. You know, it was a little awkward position we were put in. You know, we were she was massaging my back.
How you doing?
Doing good. What about you?
Good.
I'm so giddy. Look at me. I can't stop smiling.
I know what you're talking about. The color is beautiful on you.
All of my dates are at a 45-degree angle, 5 feet
With
apart.
7 people and lights, cameras, and microphones. No, I'm kidding.
It's so genuine, Robin. I love it. It's so you.
Yeah. Well, it was genuine. You know, I think there was like a real connection.
Yeah.
And then like as we're talking here, we had already like talked about everything like off camera. So we're just like rehashing this only now like more articulately.
Right.
Because we had practiced beforehand, like just like chit-chatting.
I think he outshone every other guy here.
True.
There it is.
Oh, cut to.
Oh, yeah, this is the very end.
That's the very end, yeah.
Sorry.
Every time we kissed, I heard screams in the back. I was like, you guys.
I heard, yeah.
Was he a good kisser, Robin?
Yes.
Yeah. You see me like when you guys had your first kiss, I was still standing behind you and just see me going, I'm gonna let myself out. Yeah, I was like, oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Grandpa came over here to speed us up.
Grandpa's crazy.
How are you?
Is this for me?
Yeah.
No, that's
Please,
for, no,
take
that's
it.
so rude, man. This is for you. That's
No, I have my hands full.
You're Italian. No.
It doesn't seem like you were interested at all.
No, and then, like I said, literally nobody else like walking around that I saw was like even, you know, attempted. I think the reason why they brought Luca in because like he was like an older version of like Biagio in terms of like, you know, like the accent and all that. So I see what they were trying to do.
And you had no idea they were all watching in this moment?
No, I only figured out that there they are.
Double trouble.
Emily's.
So romantic.
So romantic.
What about you? Good. Yeah. Are you having a good time?
What's happening over here? What the fuck is going on?
Oh, really? You can't tell me right here? And I was like, I don't want to leave. I'm so comfortable right here.
Well, just tell me what is it that you like so much about her?
About her?
So
Have you
much
talked to
that
her?
closes you off to other people.
I mean, that's a good question. But if you spoke to her, I think it'd be a little easier for you to find that out. It's really easy to talk to her. I mean, out of everyone.
Aww, the montage.
Yeah, the B-roll.
But she has to be the easiest person to talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Look at her. She's like, oh, that's actually really sweet. She goes, that sounds nice. I think we just saw Emily crumble on her sabotage.
So what is your type? Before coming into this, what were you looking for?
I mean, anything that moves. No, I'm kidding. I just honestly, someone I could talk to. There's so many.
Did you expect him to crumble in this moment, or did you not see him cracking yet?
I don't think so. I think I was pretty. You could see me standing there. I was like, had a smile on my face. Like I was pretty confident that like she wasn't gonna take him away from me because we had already at that point we exchanged numbers. We were like texting each other. You know, like we're giving song recommendations already, and then like again like we're like already talking about like first date stuff already.
I think I know what's coming next.
Oh!
There it is.
Also, be like, okay, I'm really big into astrology. Ooh. And I would love to know what your guys' signs are.
I'm
You just said March 5th.
Pisces.
Are we getting a sneak preview of this palm reading right now?
My moon sign. I'm gonna gas them up a little bit right here. Okay. Pisces, they're very emotional. They're very in tune with their emotions. They know what they're thinking a lot of times, and they feel very deeply. They're very empathetic.
Yeah.
I will say though, it's a known fact that Pisces are good kissers. I feel like maybe we should test this theory.
On the fly. On the fly.
I'm screaming. Look at me. I'm like,
Big smile on my face. I was like, hell yeah. Yes! Gimme! Yeah. Trying to be coy.
I feel like I'm getting like all like, all over again. Well, you'll see. That's what they were making out.
On the first date. There it is.
Look at my giddy smile. That was nice. Again, I heard the screaming, so I was like, so people are seeing this. Look at that big smile I have on. Wow. Yeah.
Damn.
And that was very nice.
Feeling my things.
Yeah. Again, I like ran home. I was like, I kissed a boy! Oh my God!
Are you open to a possibility of a second date?
This is a lot.
It's a lot.
This is a lot. Absolutely.
Everything's perfect. No.
So watching that,
Yeah.
0 red flags for me. I don't know how you're feeling. If there was anything that happened as time went on that kind of showed you maybe.
No, I think that was like, it was like so, we were so quick on the get-go of like getting to know each other really, really well. And then it was just so easy to talk to him. I felt like I had known him for like ever. And I met him like literally like at that day, yesterday I met him. And then it was, so great to kind of have that connection with somebody that felt so natural and really, really easy. And no, I think what I appreciate is that after, the second time when I asked if he wanted to hang out, and then he like made some excuse, and then like we didn't really talk afterwards. I think I was talking about it with my roommates, and then like I was explaining to them like everything that happened. Like it was like such a crazy week for me. Like this doesn't happen in my everyday life. Like it was such a crazy like string of events. And then and I was like asking my friends, like, was I more like really enjoying the connection that we had that was more like friendly? Did I read into it too much? Did he give off the vibe that he just wanted to be friends? But then if he did, why did he kiss me not on camera and like, invite me over to his house and talk literally until like, 10:30 at night or something like that. And like, it was just so like easy. And I thought like we had like a really good and like strong connection, and then nothing. And I think that that's also kind of what, hurt a little bit is like, it was just so intense connection for that 5 days. And then like dropped cold turkey, like nothing. And I was like, that was kind of, not great. And I'm talking with my roommates about it, and they're like, oh, like I think he really did like you, just like something happened, like they're saying all the nice things. And I'm like, yeah, I guess so, but you weren't there. But the thing is, I met you guys afterwards when we went out to dinner, and then I was like telling you the whole thing. And like, it's not every day that you have people watching your first, second, and third date. And then I was like asking the girls, I was like, I don't know, did I read into it? And you guys were like, no, it seemed like he really liked you. And I'm like, good, like I don't feel like crazy anymore. And I wish that everyone could have that experience of having like people watch their first, second, and third date, and then to get like feedback of like, did I read this wrong? Was I coming off weird? Like stuff like that, to have people watching it. But obviously not everybody can have that experience.
Is there anything that you think that he owes you? Like
Not really, because again, like we literally met like 5 days ago, so it's not like, you know, I didn't feel like he was leading me on or anything. I think it was just, you know, we had a spark, and you know, for whatever reason, he didn't want to move forward with it. And I guess it's easy to say, you know, like oh, he's such a dick, like, you know, blah blah blah, and like kind of paint him as the bad guy. But like I have to acknowledge that he's his own like rich human being, and he has his own inner life, and you know, he has his own things going on that, you know, whatever he decided to do, that was the choice that he wanted to make in that moment, and I have to respect that. And I think that that's, you know, it wasn't any like mixed messages per se, but it was just kind of like, you know, whatever we had, thank you for that. That was such a great, you know, time. What a crazy week that I had. That was like, and again, I think I make the joke and the thing where like that's something that I'll take with me to my grave. Like I had like a crazy week with, you know, a person who I really connected with. Maybe later on we'll see each other in life and I'll say hi, you know, maybe we'll reminisce or something. But like overall, I think it was just a nice experience for me to have, and to have like, what's the phrase, to have loved and lost is better to have never loved at all, you know, like that kind of thing. Whereas like I'm glad to have, I didn't mean to say the L word in that situation. I met him. Yeah. But I think it was nice to have that connection. And then, you know, I think I'm okay with like not getting closure as to like why that, you know, didn't move forward, because now he's going on with his life and then I can go on with my life.
Do you feel differently then, Jude, from how things ended with you and Olivia?
I think it was just really on-screen messy.
Yeah.
So there wasn't, I feel like there was less spark.
Yeah.
I don't know if people were out to get us more. I don't know if that was the I mean, there they are right there, right? I'm just kidding, but regardless, I understand why it would be more toward us rather than what they had going on, you know? So I feel like for that exact reason, I think there was just less of a general spark between, you know, just, I don't know. Yeah, just kind of how it happened.
Yeah.
You know? Could have been the order of the dates, whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Could
just
be
didn't yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. All right, you guys. Well, how do you feel about transitioning to a little game then?
A game?
Love games. All right, the game is called Who is Most Likely To?
Ooh, I love this.
Between the four of you. Okay.
Hey.
All right.
Oh gosh.
Do it.
Okay.
So, the first question, out of the four of you, who is most likely to fall for someone already taken? 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah. Sometimes it happens accidentally, I will say, because people are not honest.
Who's actually caught real feelings on the show?
Finger, I just can't.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, Jude, are you?
I was like,
I had to think. No.
Yeah. All right. Who's most likely to be in a serious relationship 1 year from now? Oh. Oh, but who is most likely to date a walking red flag? 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh
At least you know.
Yeah.
Who is most likely to give the best advice, but never take it?
Oh, I was gonna say one of us.
Who is most likely to call out toxic behavior?
I feel like so weird.
They're very similar.
Yeah.
This is our last one, you guys. Who is most likely to stay friends with everyone no matter the drama?
All of us.
I was gonna say, I was literally pointing at themselves, you know?
Cute.
Yeah.
we're sending memes in the group chat, we're kiki.
I really just like, I feel like all of us, like on screen, we might like, especially as saboteurs, we might seem like a little bit mean, we might seem a little bit, but like in real life, I feel like all of us are such nice, lovely, and like warm feeling people. Like, I don't know, I feel like all of us would stay friends with all of.
Because that was, I think, like this is such a unique experience that not everybody gets to have, and so to even like be a part of it, like I'm like forever bonded to you guys, because like
Trauma bonded, yes.
Trauma bonded, yeah. But I've like there's nobody else that I can like talk to, especially like, you know, I was talking about like with my roommates, like with like Biagio and stuff, and like they only get like my side of the story when I can talk to you guys about it, and you guys know everything, and I think that's like so like.
You didn't even have to tell us.
I didn't have to tell you, yeah. In fact, you were telling me like this is what I thought when he said this. I'm like, that's so crazy.
Anything that you guys want the fans to know, whether it was a favorite experience from this, a lesson learned, or a reputation you want to kind of save yourself from,
one thing that I want to say for sure is, so actually funny enough, the second day when I came back without like the goth makeup, I was by the crafty area and Rain was over there. Like, and we were just like, you know, grabbing a snack, whatever. And he like just looks at me, he's like, oh, like I love the makeup today. And I was just like, oh, like thank you, like, you know. And then he like goes and says like, oh, like if you would have worn that on day one, like I would have said yes. And I was just like, oh, like, and I forgot exactly what I said to him, but I said something like kind of sassy and I just like walked away. Cause I was like,
what a Rain thing to say.
It's very much like, if you don't like that every version of me, then you don't like me.
Yeah.
Like, why would you like, and so that's a message I really want to tell people is put your full freak out there, put your full like personality out there, like be 110% of yourself in every situation where you're first meeting people, because if they like you at 110%, then they'll like you at 30%, they'll like you at 40%. But if they only like you at 30%, who's gonna say they're gonna like you at that 110? Like, you know?
Yeah.
So always make sure you're like fully your authentic self, like to ward off like any situation like that where like someone might say yes to you and want to like date you, but then you want to do like, you know, crazy makeup or something. It's like, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, like, you know, always just be 100% like authentically you in every like dating situation.
And whether or not like you know, if you're hiding or not, it's going to ooze out into your everyday life who you really are.
It'll come out at like some point if you try to hide it or not.
So it's only fair for the other person that you come, you know, as you are rather than, you know, anything else.
I think that just all the reputation stuff aside, this experience taught me to like take more risks and, you know, to not, even though that was literally what we did, don't judge a book by its cover, spend more time with people, try to like go outside of your comfort zone and, you know, date somebody, give somebody a shot that you feel like maybe you wouldn't have, you know, paired with in real life and in a normal circumstance, because you never know, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like the relationships, friendships, romantic, whatever that I personally made in this were not like, I can even think of like Noel, for example. I love Noel down. Like, no, I love him. He's so funny. He's so cool. Everybody's obsessed with him. He came, another thing too that's just so sweet, like I know not everybody could come, but like planning the birthday, they planned like a birthday surprise for me too. Oh my God. And Noel ended up coming, he brought a cake and like a plant, a whole plant. But if I was looking at it from the first day, Noel, like just from what he was, you know, saying and how acting and whatnot, I probably wouldn't have been like, hey, let's go hang out. You know what I mean? Right. But now I'm like, oh my God, could I imagine not being friends with Noel? That's crazy. Noel, I love you.
I would say one thing it kind of came across my mind actually during this little conversation we're having was when I said I've never been in a relationship. I understand that's a red flag when people first hear that.
You're young still. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I understand I'm not a perfect human being, right? So I'm trying to work on that every day.
I feel like I like, you know, like I learned two things on this fun adventure that we all had together. Like one of the first things is that I kind of appreciate is, you know, when people show you who they are, believe them. And I think I take that in one way of saying like, you know, I think he said, Biagio said in one of the episodes on one of our dates that he likes to plan things. He likes to take charge in the relationship. And then the fact that he kind of like, you know, left me on red, that's a cue to me to know that, you know, he's just not that interested in you. And that's okay. And I take that and I believe that. There's no mixed messages there. I believe that. But then on the other side of it, when we were together and then we did have those good moments, we did have a spark. I believe that too. I believe that we did have a spark together and we did connect. And, you know, I'll believe, you know, when he said that, you know, he thought it was cute and charming. Like I'll believe that because that's what he said. And I think I'll take it in both ways. And just, you know, that's just kind of how life plays out. And like the second thing that I think I've learned on this is, you know, how to say goodbye in a way, like on my like first relationship, just kind of, you know, saying goodbye to what I thought my future would look like. I didn't think that I would be in the situation dating again, you know, after my long relationship. I thought I'd be in a different place than I assumed that I'd be. And so just kind of learning how to like grieve that relationship and then move on, you know, like be at peace with what happened and how that went down. Same thing with Biagio, being at peace that, you know, everything happens, you know, how it played out. And then it was fun while it lasted. Sucks that it ends, but now we get to go on and enjoy life. And, you know, even though he, you know, left me on red, I get to, you know, take that for myself. And I know how to like kind of say goodbye to him, say goodbye to what we had, and then move on. No hard feelings between the two of us. We're good.
Yeah, I love that.
Wow.
Thank you so much for watching ReelShort fans. Make sure you follow ReelShort at ReelShort app and subscribe for more. You guys ready to take the infamous Polaroid selfie?
Infamous? Why is it infamous?